Hello everybody, welcome. It is another crafty day here at my Artful Adventures, and so we are in an event today with T's Crafty Friends Unite, T's Paper Crafting Friends Unite. So, oh my goodness, I almost messed that up. And today I thought I was gonna have another problem. It's like every time I come in this group, something happens and I have just a horrid thing and my camera messes up, and I don't know, it's like, oh my goodness, and I got ready to get busy and get with it, and oh my gosh, what do you think happened? Yes, more crazy stuff going on. So anyway, I got that all squared away, thank goodness, and we are going to start in just a minute. It is my time now, 2 o'clock, but this has been so fun, and I don't know about you, but if you're in a Paper Crafting Friends event, hopefully you enjoy paper crafts, right? And that's the whole point. And so many groups do so many things, but it's wonderful when we have a group that is paper crafting. So let me just get myself posted somewhere I need to be. There we go. And we are just going to get started. So I'm Christy here at my Artful Adventures. I do primarily paper crafting. And so that can be anything from, things for junk journals and scrapbooking, cards, some mixed media. I do a little fun painting from time to time. So all the fun things. So let me know when you come on, and oops, I've lost one of my spots to see comments. 1 second. There we go. Hey everybody. So I see Susan and Sue, Nora, Risa. Hey everybody. Thanks for being here. We're going to go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to turn my camera down here, or point us down here. Oh, hang on a second. There we go. All right. We're good to go. We're going to make some fun little pockets, and these are kind of different. And I know it's a spring event, but I thought for some of our pockets it would be fun to kind of see what else that we might do, and see how they would look with some different kinds of papers, right? I haven't made a whole bunch of these pockets, and so I thought it would be so fun to see what, how they would look with some other different kinds of things. So I've got some springy papers. I've got more springy papers off to the side. I've got a map. I've got some sheet music here, and I thought it would be super fun. So let's go ahead, and I wanted to first, let's talk about, people are always asking, how do you, save your scraps? Well, one of the things I do is, if I've got a paper collection, like a pad of paper, most often, if I've got some fairly big pieces or something, well, here's even a piece that's not all that big, but I really like this print, and so I will just take my pieces and stick them in here. It looks like I've got one of my pieces that I use to do some edging with ink, right? Oh my goodness, sometimes I forget, and then I've got to have another piece to kind of bump up and do that. So that's kind of one of my go-to tricks, because I forget to do it at the right time. Hey Christina, hi Chris, Roberta, hello. So when you've got some papers like this and you want to keep them, you want to every scrap to count, right? You know what? Let's use, these are kind of heavier pieces here. This actually might be big enough for one of the things we're going to use, and this would be a good example. Let's use this one. And this, I don't know if you can still get this anymore, but I have loved this. It's actually called Summer Breeze. Doesn't have anything to do with spring, but I think it's kind of springy and summery, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make this little pocket, and you can make them different sizes. And we first want a circle. And so one of the things that you can do, you don't have to have any special tools to make a circle, you guys. I'm just going to use, I've got a saucer here. This is a saucer from Oh, I've got that thing where it's like blowing out my light colors, you guys. And sometimes that happens. At least we're not doing a whole bunch of stuff with white. So let me just trace around this, and then we won't have to worry about it. Now, I tell you what, I'm going to move this down here farther so that I can have another strip of it up here. And actually, maybe I'll just even save as much as I can of that piece of paper. So I'm just going to bump it all the way around. Just draw around my little plate. And this is about, or saucer, and this is about a 6-inch saucer. So yeah, don't let, you don't have to have fancy tools to do some of our stuff. Oh my goodness. Boy, if that was any worse, let me see if I can turn down my light and see if that will help. Usually it doesn't. When this happens, that usually doesn't help. But oh my goodness, I've had some real things going on here. Had to kind of rearrange my craft area, and then I decided I had enough room to move something in from another part of the house. And then it was too crowded, so then I had to kind of rearrange it some more. But you guys, don't worry about making a circle. Is pretty easy, but you know what? It's much easier if you have long blades. And I mean, it will make a real difference, because you can just take your blade and run it around here and make easy work of it. And I'm just cutting to the inside of my pencil line. If something happens and I still have some pencil line, I can always go back and, erase it. But another thing to do, oh, I should have grabbed some out. Another fun thing to do with this technique is to use like some of those decorative edge scissors. Who has some of those? Tell me if you've got some of those decorative edge scissors, you guys. Hi, Martha. Hi, Janet. Risa. You guys. And oh, Nora, did I see you here? Hello. Hey, Molly. So you guys, if you've got some of those decorative edge scissors, you can always take those, and it really kind of helps make your, let me move this a little bit. That bugs me when the lines are all wonky. But if you take that, then if you make any little kind of messy things, you're not going to even hardly notice it. But the other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and you can, distress the edges with some ink. But let's go ahead and get started. So I know this is 6 inches, and so I'm going to use the grid lines on my mat here to help do this. Hi, Nana. Nana's Nook. Susan. So we're going to put this on here, and I'm going to line it up between here so I've got it centered. And so you can see it is 6 inches. So now I can see where my, all of my halfway points, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a ruler that has a cork back on it so it doesn't really slip, and I'm going to go along this halfway mark right there. And now I'm going to just tip this over. Oh, first of all, well, you're not even going to know yet. Hang on. I kind of got ahead of myself. I should have had a sample, and then I could have shown you. So now we're going to take this and we're going to bend this right to that line, the midpoint. But then you're still going to have to make sure that it's fairly straight. Because if it's not straight, it's going to be kind of messed up. So now we're going to turn it. Now this time I'm going to lay my straight line there. And now I know I'm just coming to here because that's still the halfway part. And now I'm just going to pull it over again, but still remember you need it to be fairly straight against your lines up here. And that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go with that. Okay, now here's what I was going to say. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me try something real quick. Let me just try something here. No, that's not any better. Usually the only way that I can fix that is to just close that app and then come back. So, but yeah, it's blowing it out so much. This is like a light colored green. Well, well. Okay. So what you want to do is we're going to have, this is going to be a little pocket, or you're going to see this part. Okay. So and then we're going to make that same print down here with, it's going to make little pockets. So whichever side of your paper that you want to show here and your little pockets, make sure that that is like the side you have down, okay? So because I do want that leaf print on there, I'm going to flip this and I'm going to fold these this way. Like this. And you'll see in a second. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to look and see where you want to, how far you want your pockets. I mean, how deep? How deep do we want that little pocket? Well, I think this is fine, like right about here. So I'm just going to do that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder and really give all of it a good crease. And you just match your edges up here along the sides and give that one another good crease. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open this up. You're going to open it all the way back up. And then you're just going to take some scissors and we are going to, those are not tiny scissors. You guys, I still never have found my cutter bee scissors. And I've got some ordered. I ordered them yesterday. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just driving me bonkers. Oh, here's some. Here's some tiny ones. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut where that fold line is. We're going to cut right along our it's not scored, it's folded. And just cut along right there. Okay? Okay, so go back over here. No, I wanted my green print in. Now I don't remember what I planned. No, I wanted my green print. I know what I'm doing. Sort of. And now we'll flip these here. Ta-da! Now we've got the two little pockets. Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? Now then, watch this. Check this out. If we go ahead and we ink it a little bit on all of its edges, it is going to just give it a little bit more oomph and a little definition. And I think that's always the case. I like to have inked edges on stuff. How about you? I know I ask this all the time. Some of you are for inking, some of you are not. And whichever way you like that is fine. So just go ahead and ink it, and then when you get it closed up, you'll, know which ways you probably need to add a little bit more inking. Like I know this part is going to be, we'll be able to see that. So let's add some ink there. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we should do both sides, you guys. You need to ink it all around. I like having different kinds of little pockets and things for things I do. And you know what? You can use things like this in scrapbooks or junk journals. You can even put it like in a little card for a surprise. You could even put it on the front of a card. And I think things like that are kind of dimensional, they just add so much more to our projects. They give it a little bit of interest. They add some dimension to it, right? I mean, that's what makes it fun. Okay, so we're going to fold these in and then fold this one up. And let's go ahead and ink this a little bit. Not all that's going to show. And then these go in. Now, actually, this, I could have cut a tiny bit more off of those. And I think I will. So it's kind of, you want to kind of do it to the inside of that fold line. because if you don't do it to the inside of your fold line, then that's what happens. It sticks down just a tiny bit. It's not a lot, and it might not even bother you, and you got to be careful, because then if you try to do that, you might cut too much off. That still is plenty there. And then you can just go ahead and do up the sides. Okay. And then, you know, let's go ahead and let's glue these down. I don't need to glue this part because the other part's going to hold it down. So we're just going to put a tiny bit of glue along here and then across the front. Okay, and then just at the bottom, only the bottom part of this. Just a tiny bit, just enough to catch it and make it stay there. Hello, there's Harley's Hot Mama Express. How are you doing? Okay, look at that. Yes, we got our people loving the inks. Okay, so look at that. Look how cute that is, you guys. Isn't that sweet? And so when you're doing something like this, your print, you really want to look for something that is a non-directional print, right? Because then it's not going to get all messed up. So then you've got, let me find something here to use for something. You can put tags in it. You can put whatever you want to. Let's find something fun. Well, these aren't very spring-like. These are more vintagey. Let me see if I've got something that looks more springy. I got packages and packages of. Sometimes I'll grab, when the Ranger things, the Tim Holtz things are on sale, that's when I'll grab them. You know, in a lot of places anymore, you guys, they're starting to not do coupons. Have you found that? That's a sad day. It's a sad day for crafters, right? When we're not getting our coupons. But look here. Then we can stick something in here. We've got that spot. Yeah, those are most of those are too big. Here we go. Here's some things. These are sizes that some of them should fit. And we've got, that's kind of cute. It's actually got some flowers in it. So you can put things in there. So you've got, you know, a couple of oh! And actually, look, this is a pocket out through here too. So you've got the back one, and then this one, and then the little two front pockets. Like that. Just stick your goodies in there. Now, one thing you'll notice, I don't know if you noticed or not, see this part like right here? Okay, that part, there is no way, just because it's a circle and when you fold it, there is no way that that is going to be completely closed. So when you get to that point, don't think you made a mistake, because you didn't. You did not make a mistake. But what you can do, let's find something tiny. Well, I saw something real cute, then it popped out of there. I saw a tiny little thing like a label. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Like, you could just put something tiny across here. You can put a strip across there. We could even put something that matches. We could do something that matches. Let's do that. Let's cut a tiny strip. And we'll just cover that part up. We could use either side. Okay. So, how big do we want it? Where'd it go? There it is. It's hiding. It's hiding. It's hiding. Okay. I think I want a little bigger strip. So let's do this. Let's cut. We'll see, and this is what I was saying. This will give us a nice little Well, we don't even need it any longer than that. Let's just cut it right here. And cut a tiny bit off. Oops. Gotta make sure it's straight. I guess I'll have to hold it up here. And I don't know, it doesn't really matter how wide you make it. I'm trying to make sure it's gonna be straight. Maybe I'll do it this way so I can hang on to it. Maybe we'll do, oh my goodness, how wide is this thing? That's about 1/2 inch, but you know what? It doesn't even matter if it's the same. This part could be smaller, and that could just stick out there. It's not really going to matter. It doesn't really serve any any real purpose except to look fun, right? Okay. Ooh, this is a pretty green, you guys. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. So we can put this across here, and I'm just gonna glue that on. Now I gotta make sure I'm not, gluing along, and I don't want to close it up, and I don't want to make my pocket too tight. So really what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna put some on the edges over here, maybe a little bit right there. And since it curves, I don't want it to glue where it shouldn't glue, so we'll just put it like that. And then let's just put this right here. And look, then you're just layering everything up, right? You're just getting a nice layer for all the fun stuff. And I think, that's the important thing, is that you're just adding all the fun to it. And now you could stamp something or put a tiny number there, which I'll probably do at some point. I don't, or wait, I wonder if there's oh, here we go. Oh, this will be cute. Ooh, I see a tiny little bunch of flowers in here. And I've ripped my little pocket. That's okay. I've got other, how many of you keep little cellophane bags or something? I have some little cellophane bags because, it seems like when you're trying to do things, they get ripped. And they're just easier to keep in a little bag, for me anyway, because they're kind of sorted out. I've got some kind of by sizes and sort of what they are, not, kind of, but not really. Does that even make sense? Who knows, right? Then we'll just glue this on here. Look how cute! Isn't that fun? Look at that fun little pocket. But I really think that these are fun. And of course, they can be whatever size that you want. Let's make one a little bit bigger. I've got, let's see, I've got this other, let me push this over to the side. I have got these other papers. I printed these out. This is actually from, this is from a digital set that I have in my shop. And I'm just going to see if this will fit. No, that's not going to fit on there. I wanted to make a bigger one. We're going to have to use something different. Let's try. Well, I really was going to use my map for my other project, but let's try this. And maybe we still can. Maybe we'll still have enough. And we'll just see how that works. So let's just do this. Let's just make a real quick one, you guys. I kind of want to see what this looks like. And there's all kinds of things. You can use dictionary pages and what else? Dictionary, old book pages. Now, this is certainly not going to be, as sturdy when you use some of the scrapbook paper that is a little bit sturdier. Whoa, where did my line go? Oh, there it is. There's so many lines on here. I'm like, wait, where did mine go? Okay, keep that in mind. If you're doing a map, you might want to use a totally different color. I did not think that through, you guys. And you know what? This is going to be a little bit different because it isn't multi-directional. If you've got something that, you know, and maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll just turn it sideways so that isn't so apparent. I don't know. Let's check it out. I think we will. I think let's turn it sideways. Oh, look, if we turn it sideways, I like that. Okay, tip. If you make it out of map paper, when you get ready, turn your map sideways. Okay, so we got to figure out how big this is. This is, you guys, I probably should get my other ruler out so I can see. 4.5, 4.25, 4.125. Oh. Okay, so it's about 4 and probably like about 4 3/16 on each side. Well, that's not helpful, is it? At all. Let me write that down. That's getting a little bit wonky for measurements. Or no, it's not 16ths. It is a 16th, but it's like, so that would be an 1/8. I don't like thinking. I know what it looks like on my ruler now, so that's all that counts. I usually have to come up with 16ths, you guys. Okay, so let's make sure that we have it centered. And you know what? This is gonna be kind of eyeballing it. Because now, who's to say it's really... And then this is the other thing. If you've got things that are going this way, you want to kind of make sure that some of those lines are fairly straight as well. Or you'll notice it after you get it folded up. So here's one highway. I would guess it's probably a good east-west highway. And I'm going to kind of line us up on that highway. Okay. Now I hope I've got the center. A little bit there, a little bit there. Yep, we're going to have to kind of eyeball it. Alright, so the center. Okay, so now, holy cow. You guys, this is kind of embarrassing. Who knew this part would be so hard if I used a piece of map? And you know what? If you get a chance, a lot of people sell those, like at estate sales and things like that, those big atlases that were road maps. And I tell you what, usually they're about $3 or so. And they are great big pieces of paper. You saw how big that piece was that we were just using. And, you know, they are just a great piece for, you know, a different kind of paper to use, right? And I think that you get a lot of use for them. You guys, I'm going to make a little ticky mark here. I think, we'll see. I kind of think that's pretty much half. But we'll see. This may end up being totally messed up. Oh, that's not straight. You have to get this part up here kind of straight too, you guys, or it's not going to line up. Okay. So now I'm going to just put this along one of my lines here, because now I'm just bringing this over to the top and then kind of you know, check the back side here and line it up straight on whatever you're using. These grid mats work great for things like this, you guys. Okay, we'll see how that is. And now we just want to see how deep our pocket is going to be. And I think this seems like a good amount. Did I fold it the wrong way, you guys? I did. I folded it completely opposite. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fold this thing. I'm going to fold this circle and find my center. There's that way. I'm going to fold it this way. And just give it a little crease right there. And there's my center. It's right where I marked it before. Who knew? Okay, let's do this way. So we gotta have it straight. You guys, this is crazy. So, but I want my little words to line up when I make the fold. It's gonna happen. I know it is. Who has faith in me? Who has faith in the process? Hi, Carol. Oh my goodness. Phew. Crafting with a person. Okay, crafting with a purpose. Did I say person? Oh my goodness. Okay, now then, we're going to do this one. And you know, I'm going to fold it up this way. That's the backwards way. Fold it up this way. Okay. I figured it out. So this side is going to have the right direction. So when it's folded, it's not too pretty like that. This will be fine. Let's make the pockets about this deep. Okay, so let's fold them back up. Oh my gosh, do you guys think you'll have any idea what to do after we're done with this? Okay, so I think I want it a little bit more shallow, that pocket. Okay, got it. This time's for real. Got it this time. Okay, so same thing. We're going to open it up and just trim. Give these guys a little cut. And I'm going to cut it on this side of that fold line. And that way I shouldn't have too much excess on that. Okay. And now let's give it a little ink, because oh my goodness, you guys, when you've got something like this that has so much going on, having some ink on the edges really makes a difference for this kind of stuff. Okay. I wish I had that other piece to use. It's so flimsy. It would have been easier if I had something to lay down on it. Molly. Adela, thank you. Oh my goodness. Just give me some time. I'll come through. We used to laugh all the time about me fixing stuff that I'd made a mistake of right in the middle of doing it. And it doesn't matter if I've done it who knows how many times. I'll just, you know, I'll just get off track and do something that I shouldn't have done. And then I got to go back and figure out how to fix it. I've actually had people tell me that's why they like to watch me. It's like, oh, how's she going to fix that? Well, hey, you know, it's just a piece of paper. We're the boss of the paper. You are the boss of your own paper. Remember that. Say that with me. I'm the boss of my own paper. That's our mantra around here. Boss of the paper, okay? So now then, let's see. And it doesn't really matter which way we decide to fold it. Oh, this is kind of cool. I kind of like it this way. I kind of like that. So, you know, I mean, you can see how you can flip it the other way and do it if you wanted to do that other side instead. And this is what I was telling you. And I think the bigger your circle is, I think the bigger the gap is going to be right here. So just go ahead and, you know, give all of it a real good press. Make sure that you've got your lines, you know, your sides lined up pretty good. And then just give it a little glue down along here. And, you know, have fun. Just have a good time with it. And there's that part. And we'll just glue these little sides up. How many of you are liking the pockets? I think they're just adorable. I think they're just enough different. They're not hard, although I'm afraid I made it look hard. And then... I don't think we need something that says London. Let's see what else we've got in a pile over here. Maybe we could add. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Oh, this is kind of cute. Here's like a postage stamp looking thing. And it's kind of a nice green. These things, you can get these packs at Hobby Lobby. And they have, you know, they're packed full of stuff. And you know, Hobby Lobby has got whatever, this is some of that Paper Studio. And I think they have Paper Studio stuff on sale every other week. So we could just put this here and just kind of cover that up. That is, let's trim a little piece of this. Actually, I'm just going to cut it with my scissors and hope for the best. Actually, I'm going to trim right along here where this red is. And you guys, I've got another style of pocket too. Don't go away. We're going to make another style of pocket. You don't really have to do this, but oh my goodness, yeah, think of how fun that would be if you were to do some edges, what do you call it, like the decorative edge scissors. I asked, did you guys, how many of you have some of those still in your stash, those decorative scissors? I do. I have like a whole little pile of them. Who knows what I thought was, well, you know, that was all a thing years and years ago. And I don't ever get rid of anything, as evidenced by my home. But look, there we go. Look how cute that is. Isn't that fun? You can put all kinds of fun stuff in there too. Wouldn't that be fun if you were making like a travel journal or something and put some ephemera from the stuff that you had done? That'd be fun. Anyway, just a whole nother little pocket. I love them. And you can, you know, if you think you need some more ink or something, go ahead. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, let's make our other kind. I'm happy with these. I like them. I think it's a fun little look. And I really do like the fact that you can just, you know, make them any size you want. And oh my goodness, how many things do you have that you can trace around for a circle? I mean, all kinds of things probably in the cabinets in the kitchen. You know, probably lids on other things that you've got. Tons of stuff. Okay, now then, this is our next project. And you can actually make this out of like an 11 by, or 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. You could use that. And I'm actually going to trim this. I hope this will give me 8.5 inches still. Yep. Oh, just barely. Just barely to trim that off. It came out of a little song book. And So I thought that was kind of fun. So I'll do 8.5 by 11. So you can see you could actually do it from a regular. I'm going to trim a little off at both ends, I think. I don't want to cut all of it off. I don't want to cut all the music off on either section. So let's just do that. So 11. Okay. Now, since this is music on both sides, oh, I should have done something else. Oh, hey. Oh, hey! Let's, hang on. Hold that thought. We can do that in a second. Let's do something to where it's got way more difference on both sides so we can see how this looks. So what you're going to do, you're going to lay it down, lay it this way first, and then take one corner and fold it up. And you want to try to make sure that you've got about an equal distance this way and this way. Does that make sense? So you want to have, because you'll see in a second why. So I think that looks good. I might go ahead and pull it on my mat so I actually can see better. And then you got to figure out a place where you can see all the marks. Yep, that's about 1.25 inches both directions. 1.25 inches this way and 1.25 inches this way. So let's go for it. Now we're just going to crease that and just finger crease it like that. And now you're going to just pull this over and do about the same thing. Just kind of make sure it looks like it's about the same distance that way. Just make another finger crease. And now this way, when you fold it, you can kind of decide how long or how wide that you want your pocket. You know, if you want it longer this way, or I mean, if you want it more narrow, just pull it over. And I think I actually will make it a little more narrow. And I'm going to just give that a crease there so I know. And this here came right to that point. Oh, you guys, look at that bonus. It matched up. You know what? I'm going to put a little glue there so it'll stay. That's a it's always a bonus if something matches up, right? It looks like we made a mitered corner on purpose. Easy miter quarters. Adela says she has a suitcase that has the scissors on one side and little punches on the other side. Oh my goodness. Did it come like that? Thanks, Estella. Hi, Tina. Oh, I see Carol. Good, Carol. Carol was doing our mantra on the bottom of my paper. Good job, Carol. Okay, so if we're going to put it over here, then this part here, you can either trim that off, which I think I will. I think it'll just make it easier. Let's just snip that off. Snip. Then it's still a little bit in the way, but not too much. It's just going to fold over on itself. Look, I didn't get all my white edge. I just printed this myself on my printer. I got a little bit of that. I thought I got all that trimmed off, but that's okay. You could decorate that with something. And so now all we're going to do is put a little glue over here on the side. And, you know, you could leave it at that. And all the pockets would be very loose. You know, every bit of glue that you glue down something, it's kind of, the more stiff and rigid you're going to make your items. So if you leave that and only do that, it's going to make it, you know, a lot looser to fit things in. So now then, and you could put, you know, anything on here. We could add some lace or whatever we wanted to. I didn't really think about that. But let's find some bigger things we can stick in here. So we've got a pocket here. We don't have really big stuff sitting here. We've got a pocket here. Another pocket here. And then you've got, your other pocket right here in the front. So you've got, this many, you've got 4 pockets there. So I think that's fun, and I like the way, you start putting all the things in and you can't even see like all the different things. And maybe you don't even do that. Maybe you could just even put, it'd be fun to put something across the front of it too, to make sort of another pocket. Look, we could put something like that and just make a little tiny pocket. Let's see. Let me see if I've got something more springy, because this was for spring. Oh, and let's see. Coming up after me is going to be Jamie from Row 12 Creations. She's going to be following me today. So, and again, if you're missing, we are in T's Paper Crafting Friends Reunite. Reunite. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see. Let me see if any of this washi tape. I don't really like those tones together. I don't know. Sometimes you get something made, and then you're just like, I don't really, you're looking for things, and the tones are just totally different than what you wanted. These are just not bright. Those are bright. I made them bright for spring. So, spring they are. Yeah, I've got so many things that are just real muted tones. Let's see. Oh. Well, those don't even look good. Nope, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it like that. If I was going to do something else, I think I would add some, add some lace or something flat, some flat trim, maybe some ribbon on it. That would be pretty. Oh, let me grab some ribbon. Oh, look, you guys, I found something perfect. Here's some shimmer trim. Let's put just one. Let's put a piece across here. How's that for some bling? I have some bling on it. Some bling for spring. Spring bling. So I'm just going to take off my... And this is so nice because this stuff has... It's like contained glitter. You don't even have to worry about it getting all over everything because it's just this strip and it's not going anywhere. This is going to be kind of... it's going to be kind of sad. This is a product that is close to my heart. And if you haven't heard the big news, Close to My Heart is going to be closing at the... I'm going to turn it the other way so I can see the edge. Close to My Heart will be no longer a company as of the end of June. And Stampin' Up! Has made an offer to all of the Close to My Heart makers to come and join them. They actually are going to be taking some of the products, not taking, I'm sure they've purchased the rights to them, of Close to My Heart. So we don't know yet what the products are. Close to My Heart people have, they'll still be able to sell some of the things through a special link after some of the transition starts, and after April, the makers are only going to get commission until the end of April. From Close to My Heart. So then at that, then it's going to transition and they'll be like clearancing things out and what am I saying? Liquidating. They'll be liquidating stuff. And so we're not really sure what kind of things are going to move over to Stampin' Up. And so they're making a transition to where, like, as in any group, people have built businesses and brought people along with them. And, they will make commissions off of people that are, in their downline. you know, and it's like the farther down, the less of a commission they meant. But, you know, it's money. We all like to make money, right? And so they are, instead of just having everybody just like lose everything, Stampin' Up! Has made it really easy so that it'll be in phases. And so some of the groups will be able to go over to Stampin' Up! And still, you know, have their groups together. And I think that is just such a wonderful thing that between Close to My Heart and Stampin' Up! That they have really tried to work to, you know, give those people a chance to continue their businesses and not just totally, you know, lose their whole business, because some of them have worked really hard to, you know, make those businesses work for them and their families. And so I think that it is really an outstanding thing to know that in the industry that, you know, that there's good people going on. Of course, you know, they stand to make money from having people come over. So, I mean, then it's the bottom line, right? Oh my goodness. But look how fun. Now this one, we didn't really do much inking, and I would probably do pink. And do I have a pink? Oh, look. I do have a pink thing. I don't know. This might be too bold and bright. It might not even look good with that. Let me see. Let me grab that piece of paper. Looky here. Here's my paper. I was telling you. This is what you can do. But let's see first if this is going to just clash. No, that's kind of pretty. Okay, let's do this. This is what happens. I need part of it. Okay, so this is what you do. If you meant to ink and you forgot to, take a piece of paper and then you can kind of run up against it like this. And then you can go ahead and you've got those edges inked. And, you know, I forget a lot of times, and I'll think, oh, I wish I would have inked my edges. And so this is how I came up with to be able to, you know, get some ink on them after the fact. And here's one more down here. But yeah, we've got, I have a fun spring digital printable collection in my shop. And it's like little seating areas outside. A little spring, fun summer seating area. There we go. So there we've got, you know, this other fun pocket. There, if I hold it right, you can see that the light isn't so glaring. Oh, sure, Risa. I have really enjoyed it. Oh, hey, Penny. I think we've had some people, you know, popping on all through. So we were making pockets here that you could use for junk journals or whatever. So this one has 1, 2, 3, and then you could tuck something in here, like even a bigger pocket right here. So there's that one. And then our other one that we made, we've got, I'll take the things out so you can see. I love this. I just love these little rounded pockets. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that adorable? And this is just a circle. This is made from a circle. So if you're coming on late, go back after we're done. Go and, you know, you've stayed in the event and watched others. Come back later and, you know, check it out. You'll be able to see how we put all of that together. And let's see another. This is another one that I did. This is also from my collection. And you guys, I wanted to do this one because I did the same on both sides. But it's got a watercolor effect to it. And I wanted to see what that would look like. Because, you know, it has some variation. And I just wanted to see how that would be. So let's go ahead and let's give it a try and see. So we want to bring this up and have it about the same size. This part here and this part here. And they don't have to be perfect. So fold that one there. Fold this one here. Oops, look, my printer got a little straight line. I might have to go back and do some cleaning on there. And then if you want to, you could also have a wider pocket and just leave this pointy corner over here to where that's kind of cool looking. I don't mind that at all. But look at the variation that you can get with that. I like that one. Let's do another one. Let's do our music paper one and see how that turns out. So, your music is going to be this way, and you're going to turn it this way. So we're going to see. Oh, Chris. Chris learned some things here and there. Well, anytime you're new to some kind of a craft, I think that's true, Chris. We just pick up little bits and pieces from everybody we watch. So, I want that to be about, oh, that's way, let me see here. Okay, that's about straight there. Okay. Yeah, these grid mats really make it so much easier to do things when you're trying to line things up, you guys. Oh, anyway, my whole long story about Close to My Heart was, I don't know, I've never seen any shimmer tape like this before, or, I don't know any other companies that have it. That's why I'm really sad. I'm glad that, I don't know, a while back one time they had some on sale and I stocked up on a bunch. But then you know what happens when you stock up on things that you love? Then you tend to want to hoard them. It's like, oh, I don't want to use that. I'll run out. I'm going to run out of that. I don't want to. Let's put a little bit of our... See, now I think that this, we are going to have to do some inking on something like this. But look, that's kind of fun. I like that. I like that music. I'm a messy inker. I am a messy inker. If you ask my husband, I'm messy at everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you guys, we've had some stuff going on here at the house and everything. Sometimes you have things, that have to be done at the house, and things get even more messed up than they started, and then it's a lot of work to put it all back together. The only saving grace is then, you can kind of straighten it back up as you go along. And my one daughter goes, well, there's a silver lining. I go, yeah, if you wanted one. I didn't really want to do all that. So, man, yesterday I was worn out. I went to bed fairly early. And I watched TV for a while, but boy, I was tired. I said this morning, well, I am not getting up this morning. Everybody else can get up. I am not getting up early. Oh, here we go. Look at that. I kind of like that. Just simple. You could put some things on it to decorate it too, if you wanted to. Now, see, this would be a good thing to, you could put some things on your music thing that are more subtle colors. I mean, that would lend itself well to subtle or bright colors, whichever you wanted to do, right? You could even put something you could put something big like this on the front. And then by doing that, you've made yourself even another pocket. Except if I was going to put this here, I may tuck this under. What do you think? If you were going to put something on the front like this and you had made it to where it was this width and you had this sticking out, would you tuck it under or leave it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Tuck it or leave it. What do you think? It doesn't matter either way. Either way, it doesn't matter. Now this one, this one, I said it had such a different look. Like that, but you could still go in and, do this, do your inking. The words are hard, you guys. Words are hard. Tuck it. Yes. I think so. Otherwise, it's kind of sticking out there kind of funny, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, Kathleen, that is so funny that you bring up napkins, because as I was doing this one, I'm like, that reminds me of a napkin fold. Looks like a folded dinner napkin, doesn't it? Who else thinks it kind of looks like a folded dinner napkin? I do. I think so. Yeah, I think if we were going to put that, I would tuck it under or cut it off. Let's do that. And let's just go ahead and glue it down. But, you know, since we've inked everything else, we should probably give this a little bit of ink too. Don't you think? Just make it all the same. Ink it up. Ink it up, you guys. Just ink it up. And then just glue it on there. Let's glue this closed and we'll be done. Leave it out. Yeah. Now look, this is so funny that these, in this particular thing, you know what? I'm going to trim this one off. I'm not so sure that it might not catch. Even if it's glued down, I think, you know, there's the potential of trying to stick things in there and it catching on there. So I think I would just leave that. This one I am going to put a little glue across the bottom right here. Just so that'll stay a little bit neater. And put our little glue across this bottom. And I'll put a little across here too. And just glue that down real quick. And you guys, my time is over. 2 questions. Where do we post things? We want you to see what we did. Oh, you can come to my group. And how do we get when you go live? Oh, okay. Diana, I'll send you, I can send you a message right on your question, and I will do that. But I have a Telegram and a Telegram that I can send things from, and that's in a featured post on my page. And what else did you ask? Yes, and the Clubhouse, my Artful Adventures Clubhouse is also, and you can go to my link tree. My link tree is featured on a featured post. So I'm going to go now, and let's go over and see what Jamie is doing. Thanks everybody so much for being here. It's been a lot of fun. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.